This is from Inside EVs, and it is titled AirStream to make electric assist camper for EVs. So this is a great idea. Right now, if you pull a camper, which we have with our Model X, it significantly reduces your range. You've got a extra weight, a big non-aerodynamic brick back there, and so with a bunch of electric trucks coming out over the next year or two, they are thinking, hey, there's a lot of people that like to use their trucks to pull their campers to go and enjoy the wilderness. And they might want to have a few hundred miles of range while they're doing that to get to someplace nice and remote. So Airstream is seriously looking at this. They said it has moved beyond the concept phase, and that they have a path that they think it's really going to happen. So stay tuned. And then the cool thing is, it's not just Airstream that's looking at this. You guys might have heard that Lordstown Motors has teamed up with Camper World, and so that's probably going to be how some of their vehicles are distributed. And Camper World might want to sell you a camper with that. And the idea of having an electric assist is a really cool one, because it means that the camper will have some way of detecting what the tow vehicle is doing, and then work with it. And some of them are just more aerodynamic. Like there's one called Polydrop that's designed as a small camper for EVs. So being super aerodynamic means that it doesn't hit your range as much. And then this is an example where they're actually talking about having electric motors in a battery pack as part of the camper. Now, are they going to offer Tesla supercharger compatible and CCS compatible, or have adapters, or all those things are yet to be released? But this is just a really cool idea, because my goal is to get everybody driving electric, and that means whatever you want to do with your vehicle, there should be an option for that. And this is just one more way to make EVs more available and accessible and do more. And they're talking about specifically the vehicles that are coming out: the Tesla Cybertruck, the Rivian R1T, the Lordstown Endurance, the GMC Hummer EV, the Ford F-150 electric. And all of these are going to have towing capability, and hopefully there will be some really cool campers to go with it.
Oh, yes. I liked that German one we saw last year that had the 100 kilowatt hour battery, and the drive axles would help out. We're going to stop right here until you subscribe. We're not going to go another moment until you hit that button, turn it gray. Just kidding. Hit that subscribe button.
Yeah.
You could even do it so that the camper would be self-contained, i.e. its battery, and would have its own motors to help pull it along.
Yeah.
And then when you're going down the mountain, would regen itself.
Cool. Whenever it gets a signal from the brake controller.
You wouldn't need really to hook it to the car. If it was smart enough, it would detect, what speed to go and all that. So the car would be towing
autonomous trailer.
Well,
semi-autonomous.
In theory,
You have
the
it
car
attached.
would be pulling a zero weight.
Right.
Load.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
My trailer arrived at my campsite before me.
No, but I think about it like an electric,
though,
if you get the signal bike.
Yeah, if you get the signal from the brake controller or the brake lights come on, regen.
Or just it could have a radar scan that tracks the thing in front of it and just goes to that speed.
Yeah, or even just within the tongue, right?
Force
it can
sensor.
tell whether the ball is pushing on the front or the back, and respond accordingly.
Yeah, they have inertia-based trailer brakes right now. When you stop and it goes forward, it applies the brakes. So
right.
You know what else is good? This is good for boondocking. You get some solar panels up top. It refills itself while you're out and about, and then it's ready to go on the return trip without having to hit a plug.
Yeah, because that's likely to have a lot.
If you're at the campground for 2 or 3 days, it's fully charged by the time you leave. Right.
Even if you're only getting 15 or 20 miles a day, if you're there for an extended period of time, that's a useful amount. And maybe you even have a 120 outlet and you can charge your EV. Even if you're in the middle of nowhere.
Or run your blender or whatever.
That's so I mean, there's a lot of people that carry big trailers, fifth wheels or whatever you want to call them, that have been looking at putting battery packs in their trailers. Because of course the first thing they do when they go somewhere that has it, most of these camping places, they plug in. right? So that they have electricity in their trailer. Well, if they had storage, then when they're out in remote places, obviously that storage would be super useful. Again, super useful while you're driving, perhaps.
Yeah.
I don't, obviously they'd have to work directly with the manufacturer. Otherwise, there's no way to get the electricity from the trailer to the vehicle while it's moving.
Right.
But that's not something that's insurmountable. That's, as far as I know, I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be
No, that
nice
just
to be out there in the
becomes-
wilderness looking at some creatures and not have to fire up a generator and scare them off.
Right. Yeah, generators are loud.
Depends
and
on the
smelly
creatures, though.
Yeah.
If they're hungry bears, you probably want to scare them.
Yeah, you can bring a noisemaker if you really want one, but to depend on one, it'd be nice to be able to be quiet in the woods and not disturb everybody around you. I've been camping in state parks where at 6 a.m. someone cranks up their generator, and I just went to bed 3 hours earlier because we were up drinking beer around the campfires late. That's no fun.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they fired up the generator, because you kept them up.
Were you singing, Patrick? Tell me the truth. Were you singing around the campfire?
It's a secret. It's a secret. You
I
had
was
to be
going to
there.
say, because I think I was the next campsite over and I didn't appreciate it.